I'd like to talk a little bit about the 2.5 days that I spent with a professor. It was a whole group of us. We met in Redding, California. He was retired. He was a psychology professor. He had worked directly with Virginia Satir, who had changed the face of family psychotherapy by realizing that everyone had to be involved in the recovery. Because if they weren't, the therapist would work with the person, they would go back to their family of origin or whoever they were involved with, and they'd go right back to the way they were quickly because nobody else knew what in the heck to do. They didn't understand them. They were acting different. And maybe they were wrong. Maybe they were doing something that later they changed and they decided not to do that, but the other people that were involved in the group that this person went back to had no idea. So we went there, and there was the first half day. We talked about who we were, where we came from, and where we thought we might be going. And we were introduced to the IP, the identified patient. It was a woman that the professor had picked out because he was going to work with her, and we were all going to be part of it. On the second day, the IP was going to pick out people from our group to represent family members for 3 generations back. We were a little bit confused because we didn't know. I said, well, what, are we going to write a dialogue? I mean, we don't know these people. We don't know what to say. We don't know what to do. He said, don't worry about it. For some cosmic reason that he couldn't explain, the IP always picked out people that played the part very well. And it worked. We all played the part very well. We don't know how we did it, but it did work. At the end, on the last day, towards probably the last 4 hours, the IP realized how they had become the person that they were. And she ended up sobbing on the floor. When she came out of that and stood back up, you could see that she had been helped tremendously by understanding how she got to where she was, which is the key about everything. Even psychiatrists, they always try to find out a trauma that happened in your life and then focused on repairing that somehow.